Okay, yeah. So I'm Ashlynne Hobcroft, and this semester I worked with Sustainable Carolina, kind of working on the Green Office program, and I'll get a little bit more into that, what exactly that is, and yeah. So this past semester I worked with Cindy. She is the sustainability director at Sustainable Carolina. Um, so fun fact, I actually worked on the Green Office program last semester as a capstone student. So I've been working with Cindy for 2 semesters now, not exactly an entire year, but for a while. So we've gotten to know each other pretty well. She's a very good mentor, not just for the Green Office program, but to help out when I need it and for internship advice. But yeah, she's been a pleasure to work with. So with that, so what exactly is the GO Green Office program? I'll use GO throughout the presentation a little bit, so that just means Green Office. But I took this from one of our presentations that we give to like the person who kind of takes over the office role, but it's a voluntary tiered recognition program that gives staff the tools and support they need to implement innovative sustainability practices in their workplaces while contributing to UNC's climate, water, waste, health, and wellness and equity goals. I kind of describe it to my friends when they're asking what I'm doing for my internship is like kind of implementing pretty like elementary, just basic sustainable practices into the offices that some might think they're doing or some might not be doing. So yeah, it's been super cool to work with this, and it's kind of opened my eyes a little bit and made me kind of change the way I've done a few things in my life. But yeah, so like I said, I worked on this program last semester, and my main role, I worked with a group of students, so it wasn't just me on the project, was creating the website. So it's actually connected to the Sustainable Carolina website. I used WordPress and Target Live to make the Carolina Green Office program website, and it was super cool because I had never ever done anything with a website, so that was super interesting to learn on that part. But this semester was kind of more focusing on, rather than the creation of the program and the content itself and switching everything over from the 3 zeros to Sustainable Carolina, was more getting ready to pilot the program. And I kind of made this presentation a couple weeks ago or a week ago. Cindy is aware, but some things have occurred. We're originally going to pilot it with the Institute for the Environment. There's been a few hiccups as Pamela Berry is no longer with the Institute for the Environment, and she was going to kind of take on that role. So I talked about that later in our challenges. So this semester, I kind of focused on creating educational graphics, which I have a few examples of, getting quotes for stickers, door hangers, magnets, all that good stuff. I created a presentational binder to kind of show to potential offices that might be interested in adopting the Green Office program. And I also gave a presentation to Pam Berry, the old Institute for the Environment Green Office coordinator. But yeah, so with that, this is a brochure. This is only one side of the brochure that I kind of worked with this past semester. I've made a few changes since I uploaded it into this PowerPoint, so a little things are different, but it's kind of just talking about the modules, which is actually the content of the Green Office program, kind of some like the sticker that we have at the very top that's actually going to be printed out, the benefits of it, just kind of trying to get people on board and excited for doing the Green Office program rather than just another thing that they're required to do. So just like quick little things on the side. But yeah, and then I also made this magnet, which Cindy, I saw your email. I'm going to respond to this after. But it's just a little thing that'll go in the fridge and the break or like the little side room for whichever office is doing it. I know IE has one, but just on the fridge that anybody can just kind of look over when they're opening the fridge and be like, oh, turn it off. That obviously means turn off lights, water, equipment, etc. And then avoid disposables and recycle right. Just little things that people might not think that they're doing, just kind of a quick reminder. So those are two things that I really did. So that kind of leads us to the challenges that I faced. One of the big challenges Cindy and I faced this semester was the stickers quality were not what we needed them to be. They had to be like 300 dpi at a certain size in order for them to be printed and not be super blurry printing. So we finally figured that out. Megan actually helped me. So thank goodness for Megan. We finally crossed that bridge, and we're actually going to press order on the sticker orders this week, which is exciting. And then I kind of mentioned it earlier, but our piloting office, we were working with Pam and IE for most of the semester, and then she kind of moved on to other things, which obviously is her thing. We're all happy for her, but it did put a little bump in our road for the green office program, but nothing we can't overcome. I know Sydney mentioned we're working with maybe somebody else coming up soon, so cross our fingers that that will happen. Yeah, so that kind of goes to like the skills I gained. I definitely gained some public speaking skills. I was never really good at presentations, and here I am giving one now. Basic use of Canva. I've never used Canva before. It was actually super interesting to learn and play with. I really like it. Communication. I definitely had to learn how to communicate a little bit better with Cindy, who was my like superior, and rather than a peer that I'm working on a project with. That's like my boss, quote unquote. So definitely learned some communication skills, and obviously time management. Can't give the deliverables that Cindy wants the night before a meeting, has to do that a couple days before. So that was something that I want to say I didn't struggle with, but maybe a little bit in the beginning that I'm hoping I overcame. But yeah, there's definitely more skills that I gained, but those are the main ones that came to mind when making this presentation. But yeah, that's kind of a giant overview of what I've done this past semester.